Ladies and gentlemen, what I have right behind me is the all-new Colorado Trail Boss, and this is the vehicle we're going to go ahead and review. And first thing first I like to go ahead and talk about is the fascia. Now there are some colored trim pieces available. You can settle with all the plastic right here, but there is also available like one that actually matches the body color and such. But the reason why I'm talking about this is due to the fact that I haven't seen a truck that could actually pull off a whole plastic bumper look without any paint or anything like that. You know what I mean. But looking at it, it actually is pretty sharp. Now there are tow hooks right underneath right here, which are pretty cool. But the downside to it, and can't like hide this, for a modern day vehicle, for a 2023 model, still uses halogen headlights, which is quite interesting. But it does support auto high beams, and it's not so bad actually. The auto high beams definitely does work, especially with vehicles with halogen headlights. But this does have a 3-inch lift because this is the Trail Boss. And if we look back here, because I'm sure a lot of you guys were curious, we do have leaf spring suspension, which isn't a bad thing. It's just something we're not used to seeing nowadays. The back here is really interesting because the bumper, as you see right here, does have a little stepper, which definitely does make it convenient to get on top and like load cargo. But if we open this and we pop these things out, you have access to a hidden compartment. As you can see, it's pretty water sealed because there's still some moisture here from the previous off-road run. But this truck, even though I think the previous person that was using it must have accidentally left it open because it is water sealed with a gasket. Just something I wanted to talk about. Locking it into place is not too hard. And you do have a ruler right here, as well as little divots right here for cup holders and like cold beverages and such. You do have hooks on all corners right here. You have 4, a total of 4 on each side, so the front and the back I mean. And standard pickup truck stuff, of course. Now unfortunately, this is not an automatic close gate. You have to manually close it. But the pros about this is you do have custom little latches right here. So if you have furniture you don't want it to fly off, you can just run the cable like so and it'll actually stay put. So wood or furniture doesn't just fly off, for those situations where you have to pick up something last minute, like a new flat screen TV or something. Now you do have a manual key opening right here, as well as your backup cam, tow hitch, and if we look down here, you do have a full spare in the bottom. The beauty about this Colorado Trail Boss is, since it is the Trail Boss, you do have these beefy fenders, and it's come in handy because whenever you're going through like the woods, it scratches that versus the actual body paint. So it does add some additional protection, and it also makes the vehicle look more aggressive. Now the key fob on the new Colorado has been slightly redesigned compared to the previous generation Chevrolet key fobs. And since this is basically the base version of the Trail Boss, we don't have remote starter or tailgate release or anything like that. Just a standard lock or unlock. And as a result, the door handles are basic too, as there's no smart door handles, nor is there blind spot markers on the rearview mirrors. But the thing I do kind of appreciate is the Colorado badging is actually located a little bit above instead of below here, giving this vehicle a much modern look. And out of curiosity, capless fuel cap. Let's check the interior out. So the interior is very Camaro inspired. That's what we're gonna go ahead and see right now. Let me switch camera views. All right, so here's how it looked like first person view on the inside. It screams very Camaro, like 6th gen Camaro, as well as the air vent too. But this is the base version of the Trail Boss, so we just have a hard plastic steering wheel, which does have nice patterns, which makes gripping it pretty easy. Your volume controls are actually located in the back, so this is where you could adjust the audio. It's really hard to get on camera, but where the paddle shifters normally would be, this is where your media control is located, as well as the skip track and go back to previously track. Your screen dash is actually digital, and you have these 3 different views to choose from: RPM gauge or trip information, as well as media, and your off-roading roll and pitch information as well. Range is not too bad. A full tank, I was able to get close to 400 miles. It is supposed to get about 17 in city and 21 on highway, but me on average, I'm averaging 15 miles per gallon. I do drive a little bit joyfully, but I haven't really been driving this thing pretty quickly or hard like other vehicles I typically test. USB-C, USB-A, auto stop switch right here to turn that on or off. Your lane keep assist, which this vehicle does have, as well as collision warning. CarPlay, as you notice, is totally wireless, which is awesome. Just something unusual is your headlight control are located right here, so you can have your headlights off, auto. You can enable your parking lights as well as your high beams from here. This is just interesting. Not high beams, I mean fog lamps, but this truck doesn't really have them. I find it interesting that the headlights switch settings are located here versus right here. It does have your high beams right here access though. And of course you have your windshield. And the steering wheel is manually adjusted, but it is push to start, which is quite nice. You do have auto 4 if you like, or you could select 2, but I personally prefer leaving on auto. Electric handbrake. And real quick, something that I do want to talk about, let me move this out of the way, is the cup holders. There's a nice comfortable slot right here to actually like hold your device, and you can still utilize your smartphone, and you can still utilize like your cup holders, which is quite awesome. You have storage here, nothing out of the ordinary. There's 12-volt outlets located in here too for radar detectors and such. It's pretty basic back here, I'm not gonna lie. You do have your mirrors right here, hello camera, as well as your light switch, OnStar, and your standard mirror. Nothing too out of the ordinary. And in terms of vehicle settings on the infotainment screen, you do have your backup camera you can select here on demand. You do have Windows control right here, you can lock it all. You can adjust your light settings from here, feel free to pause, child lock, auto high beams, hill descent control. Other vehicle settings here is also supported like teenager driver, rear seat reminder, buckle to drive, lighting. You could adjust the duration you wanted to go on or off as you lock your car. Your remote lock settings are located right here. Remote unlock light feedback, you can enable the horn too if you like. And alert, remote left and side alert, you can actually turn that off if you don't want it to beep at you if you leave your car on and you walk away. And from my understanding, this also does feature hotspot support as well, but other than that, it's very standard Chevy stuff. But it is indeed powered by Android, so you have your Android voice assistant. Seats are automatic but manual for the passenger side, and you do have additional cubbies right here for storing additional stuff, as well as an additional small cup holder. Now there are 2 engine choices to choose from, or I should say 1 engine choice, but you could upgrade it for additional $1,000. You could get more horsepower, because by default this one has 223 horsepower and 259 pound-foot of torque. But if you opt for the Plus, the Turbo Plus, the engine is tuned at 310 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque, all paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And the towing capacity for the non-Plus version, Turbo Plus, is about 3,500 pounds. But if you settle with that $1,000 upgrade, which I highly recommend, for additional horsepower, you could tow 7,700 pounds, which is an impressive towing capacity for a 4-cylinder turbo. Not even a majority of modern day pickup trucks has that towing capacity. But in the back real quick, you do have additional cubbies right here. As you can fold up these seats, this will give you a quicker access to your car jack, as well as some additional small storage amount. Just unfortunately you have to go on the other side to bring up the other seat. As you can see, a good amount of small storage, not a lot, not anything compressed compared to a full-size pickup truck. Nothing too crazy. And I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the back here. Utilize these like small vents back here, at least it has vents. Not all cars have that. Headrest, fully adjustable. Even the back seats headrest can fold down flush to give you better visibility as the driver. You got your hose snap handles. I have decent leg space, not the best leg space, but somebody who's 5'8" will be able to figure just fine. 5 foot or 10 or taller, I could imagine we'll have some difficulties back here, but for Average size adults, you'll be fine. And then your baby seat hooks are right here, which doesn't look too difficult to get out. No armrest back here, but the seat is indeed adjustable. And visibility doesn't look too bad from the back side. And you have your light switch back here. It's basically an honest pickup truck. All right, let's drive the all new Chevy Colorado Trail Boss. Again, very Camaro 6th gen inspired interior. You got your air vents, which looks unusual, but you can open and close from here. You have additional air vents right here. It's a pickup truck, so these air vents are mighty powerful. Yep, I love this. This is why I love pickup trucks, just for the air vents. I don't like how there's a lot of traffic now, right when I start filming. And visibility is not too bad. Blind spot markers on the side view mirrors are optional, not standard. But this one does have lane keep assist, as well as traffic collision warning, and the capability to brake in case it detects, it thinks you're doing something stupid. Just in my opinion, I think it's a little bit too sensitive. Hopefully during this drive you'll see what I mean, because there's times where a car just casually slows down in front of me, but it's still pretty far, and it freaks out. It doesn't automatically brake, it just like beeps at me. But I'm sure if I get closer, it will automatically brake. Okay, I got a green light. Let's go. Ah, yes, traffic. And I have nobody carpool with, sigh. But hey, at least the door locks are automatic. That's like been a modern feature for like over 10 years now. I do like the fact it does have like trailer history reports right here, so you have additional trailer lights. You can even do like your checklist right here if you're towing for the first time, as well as control your electric brake. What else do we have here? Vehicle hotspot, vehicle information, controls. What kind of info can we find here? Oh, it's basically your virtual maintenance. You can check your oil life, your tire pressure recommendation. That's pretty cool. I'm assuming your brake pad life either as well. Wow, it actually shows you that. This is actually kind of impressive. What else is back here? Oh, additional brake light information. No, it doesn't illuminate when I'm braking, unfortunately. Your tire pressure and the brake pad lights here as well. And that car literally almost collided with traffic because he's an idiot and doesn't even accelerate either. So yeah, people need to learn how to drive. Trip information. What else do we got here? Voltage. Oh, it's my turn. Let's see if I can give it the beans. There we go. Any cars? Yeah, a little bit of wheel spin. And 60 before I hit this Lexus. 0-60. Floor to the pedal, like down to the floor, pedal, whatever. Sorry, I think adrenaline got me. Respectful. I want to say it was 7 seconds. Based off all the research I've been gathering, 7 seconds is indeed the average. Which, again, isn't so bad. Because Silverados or other full-size pickup trucks, I think they accomplish the same 0-60 time, usually around 7 or 8 seconds without mods. And I'm pretty sure if somebody does want to tune the non-turbo plus version of their Colorado, they could easily achieve the same horsepower without spending $1,000. But again, I think that $1,000 is actually worth it. Oh, there we go. See how sensitive this thing is? Way too sensitive. And for a small size pickup truck, there's a lot of storage too. I can put my glasses here. I can put my camera here. I can put my other camera attachment here. And my air vent controls are located here. There's a lot of good information that's given here. Your notifications, which I have none. And of course, you can rotate this knob to have additional information for the different terrain you might be experiencing. But there's no sport mode, unfortunately. So if you don't know what to do with this 4x4 knob, you go just set it on auto. Alright, let's go straight, boys. Ah, more lights. Alright, let's see if we can redeem our 0-60 run. Oh! Had to stop because this Lexus went over the line. Alright, that's kind of 60. I had to let go of the throttle. Brakes work! Not something you want to hear during a review, but it is what it is. And if you're wondering how it drives, if I'll describe this, very similar to like a 6-cylinder Camaro. That's just long. A long lifted 6-cylinder 5th gen Camaro. That's what it reminds me of. It actually handles surprisingly well for a small pickup truck, I guess I'll call it. And the sound system is alright. You do have tweakers on the side, as you see right here, as well as like, I believe total of 4 speakers on the doors. I'll put the exact number if it's more than just 6 speakers. And wind noise at highway speeds, let's be quiet. It's not bad at all. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Colorado in a nutshell. Not a bad truck. It's honestly honest pickup truck, I gotta say. I thought I disabled that, but it's honestly an honest pickup truck. Minus the halogen headlight complaint I have. Again, for a modern pickup truck, I was kind of surprised it still uses halogens for their headlights. And in case I forgot, taillights. It does have a taillight at the front. Anyways, there you guys have it. If you guys like to watch more, check out this video over here. That is another pickup truck you might be interested in. That's what YouTube algorithm is recommending. And check out the other video for my pick of a Lightning. Thanks so much for watching.